and episode 58. No excuse for abuse. So why do NFL players continue to make bad/stupid decisions? This and more, so stay tuned.
Welcome to The Sports Perspective, an American football fan cast about the New England Patriots and also news from around the league. Here is your host, Roy.
Welcome everybody to episode 58. And I just want to let you know, if you're liking this episode, if you liked all the past episodes, give a like and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. All right, now that's out of the way. Let's get into this crazy week in the NFL. NFL has been nuts. You have the whole Kareem Hunt incident. And before that, you have Ruben Foster getting cut by San Francisco. And all this is because of domestic abuse. This is ridiculous. But wait, there's more. The Washington Redskins decide to pick up Ruben Foster, which makes it even more insane. Yeah, ridiculous. There's that. And then did you hear about the Patriots, Carol Patterson? Who said the Patriots weren't dirty? Dude got fined $13,300. Well, actually, $13,369 for unsportsmanlike conduct. That was last Sunday against the Jets. I guess he grabbed Henry Anderson's groin. Yeah. I guess he gave him a grope. And this was a no-no. Yeah. I guess you're not supposed to do that. I guess you're not supposed to grab someone's junk. But he did. And I guess he claims he did it because he was trying to get Anderson off him when they were laying on the ground. Interesting. But I will tell you this. Players have been doing this crazy stuff for years. You know, old-time players have always told stories about, like, they would lift up their helmets and bite each other, or they would give their opponents little titty twisters, or any kind of crazy little advantage they could get, they would do. So, it's still a little funny. I think it's funny. Should he have done it? No. And I'm not condoning it, but come on. It's still pretty funny. But he shouldn't have done it. My official stance, shouldn't have done it. But come on. It's kind of funny. I think so anyway. Also, this past weekend was the annual Cause for My Cleats initiative. And if you haven't heard of it, it's pretty cool. It's where the NFL players decorate their shoes to raise awareness for different causes that they believe in, that they support. And a couple of Patriots, Sonny Michel, chose Haitian relief efforts, and Jacob Hollister chose American Football Foundation. The Americans Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So there's a couple of players that chose something pretty cool. And players from all over the league, all the Patriots did it. But those are just a couple that I wanted to highlight. If you want to see more, check out the Patriots website, patriots.com. And I'm sure there's a list of more of the players. And you can see them on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, to the Patriots page, they actually have video of the players talking about their initiative, which was kind of cool. So check it out. Check it out. It's been a crazy week. Crazy week. This whole week, the past several weeks, it's been, mainly about two idiots, two totally morons, making stupid, totally ridiculous decisions, asinine decisions, and it could affect the rest of their lives and really affect their teams. Now, I want to get started with the ex-49er, Ruben Foster. Now, Ruben Foster, if you don't know him, he's a linebacker for the 49ers, 24 years old. He got arrested on one count of first-degree misdemeanor domestic violence Saturday night. Well, it was involving I believe his girlfriend, Elisa Enos, at the team hotel in Tampa, Florida. And in May, in Santa Clara in May, the Santa Clara County Court judge, so that fast 5 times, had dropped domestic charges against Foster because Enos took the stand and recanted all her allegations that Foster had hit her in February. So they just dropped all the charges. So after Saturday night's incident, Foster was released on Sunday by the 49ers. I guess they had enough of him abusing his girlfriend and told him to get lost. So they cut him. And then the story gets a little crazy. The Washington Redskins step in. Because they're idiots. They decided to sign him. Yeah. What possessed them to do it? I don't know. But they were the only team to actually claim him. The only team. And not only is he despicable and a punk for hitting a woman, that's another story, but he won't even play this year. He won't even play. He can't play. He will not be able to play until the outcome of the investigation. Regardless. Because he's on the commissioner's exempt list. So he can't play, can't practice. And Jay Gruden, the head coach, idiot, says that Ruben Foster may never play for the Washington. Really? He may never, ever play for Washington. Then why did you sign him then? Why? We all know why you signed him. Because, yes, I'm going to tell you. Because if the backlash wasn't there, or if the backlash wasn't severe, or if it could be hidden in the back pages, they would have put him on the roster and just wait it out and see what happens. But people have put pressure on Washington. They've got slammed for it. And I'm telling anyone out there, keep putting pressure on Washington. They need to cut Foster and get rid of him. There's no need for this. No need for it. I don't care how good a player he is. There's no need for it. And don't get me wrong. I'm not against second chances or players getting a second chance, but at some point, enough is enough. These NFL players need to learn their actions have consequences. And speaking of consequences, let's talk about Kareem Hunt. Yes. And I'm sure you've all heard the saga. And for those 2 or 3 people who haven't, Kareem Hunt has been placed on the commissioner's exempt list because a video popped up recently showing Hunt shoving and kicking a woman. Yep. At his Cleveland hotel. Which is another story, because why is he living in a hotel? Dude, buy a freaking house. This stuff would have never happened if you bought the house. But anyway, now this video was published on TMZ. I think it was like last Friday. And Hunt has since apologized, blah, blah, blah. And he did an interview saying that it was his fault. He takes ownership of it. I'm hyperphrasing it. But cheers to the Chiefs. They released him because after the video came out, the Chiefs realized that Hunt lied to them and didn't tell them the whole story. But what I don't get about the whole situation was, if you see the video, there were no arrests made. No arrests. Also, I'll make a point about the police. The woman that was assaulted by Hunt begged the police, begged them at the scene to watch the surveillance footage because she wanted to press charges. And you can see it on the footage of the police officer's body cam. Really? No one got arrested. That's totally insane. And then now it comes out that the police have confirmed that the NFL is looking into a minor altercation involving Hunt from June. I guess he punched a man in the face. Yep. Just punched a man in the face. At least it was a man this time. And I guess both parties refused to press charges, so that won't go anywhere. But, you get these pro athletes. For whatever reason, they abuse women, get into fistfights, barroom brawls, just acting totally asinine and ridiculous. Then you have the NFL, who's supposed to be all about player safety and player this, player that. They can't get out of their own freaking way. They began investigating Hunt in February. They being the NFL. But if you start an investigation, wouldn't you speak to the parties involved first? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you go to the person who was directly involved and say, hey, what's going on here? The NFL never did. Nope, they never spoke to Hunt. Take that in for a moment. They never spoke to Hunt. And now, there's an article floating online that says that Hunt is reportedly facing more than a 6-game suspension after the video has been released. Well, duh. More than a 6-game suspension. It shouldn't be a question. You get in a physical altercation, you abuse women, get into fistfights, should be done for the rest of the year. Or maybe a full 16 games. So if you're 8 games in, you can't play to the 9th week of the following season. Do a full season. No pay. No pay at all. And if your team makes the postseason, you shouldn't be allowed to play in the postseason. Even if you come back and play after that. You should be banned from the postseason. And then the second offense should be kicked out of the league for good. Gone. Now, the second offense would never happen because the NFL and the players usually would never let that happen. They love giving the players too many chances. But the NFL Players Union needs to grow some balls, take a stance, and for that matter, the NFL themselves need to grow some balls. They'll show balls when Brady supposedly has footballs deflated, and they lay the hammer down on him, but God forbid you beat up a woman, they don't care. They don't care. Because if they did, there would be a stricter, harder stance. 4 games, 6 games, that's a load of crap. The NFL needs to take a stance because there's no excuse for abuse. Bottom line. All right, got that off my shoulders. I've been waiting to talk about this forever. All right, let's get into some Patriots talk. Let's get some upbeat talk going on here. The Patriots beat Minnesota 24-10. Good game by the Patriots. Tom Brady got his 1,000th rushing yard milestone. Good for him, yay, who cares? He was all happy about it. And if you see the end of the game, he took a kneel down. He refused to step backwards. He went forward to take a kneel down. Wouldn't it have been funny if he got hurt there? Blew out his knee, done for the year because he was being stupid. That would have been awesome. Would have been awesome. Ridiculous. But whatever. And how about Bill Belichick? Do you see the whole situation with him and Adam Thielen getting to that little shouting match in the fourth quarter? Apparently, Belichick told Thielen to shut the F up. Wow. I guess, if you don't know the play, the running back Latavius Murray on a 4th down run got a 1st down. It was like 4th and really short, and he ran the ball, got like a yard or something. And Belichick decided to challenge it because it didn't look like he got the necessary distance, whatever. Well, Thielen wasn't happy because the Patriots got a few extra seconds to decide because one of the Patriots players, I believe, got hurt. So he was laying down, I don't know what he was doing, recovering, I guess, or being talked to. So the Patriots get to watch the play a little more. So Belichick decided, well, we get all this time, let's take advantage of it. And they decided to challenge it. And Thielen said it was a cheap play. Wah, wah, wah. But Belichick told him, shut the F up. Mind your own business, basically. But anyway, yeah. it was. I thought it was pretty funny. But anyway, it was the first game I can remember in recent memory where the Patriots played well on offense and defense. Come on, the defense did pretty well in this game. Now, moving forward, we all know the offense is going to get better. They should get better. And as long as they can protect Brady, they should be fine. But the key is going to be on defense. Can they keep getting better? Keep getting a little bit more pressure on the quarterback? Can the secondary cover enough to make it challenging for the opposing quarterbacks to move the ball downfield? And one thing I did notice in this game, and I noticed in the last couple games, is J.C. Jackson is playing better. And he had a whopping 54 snaps in this game. 54. That's a lot. For a rookie, you know Belichick must speak really high on him. Must be really high on him, I'm telling you. And the kid is getting better and better every week. And there were some milestones in this game. Belichick got his 250th win. Brady got his 508th touchdown. And that's third place, I believe, with Brett Favre. Not too shabby. And that makes it his 579th touchdown when you include the playoffs. And that ties him with Peyton Manning most all time. So, yay. Good for Brady. Who cares? But next week, we're moving on with this momentum and going down to Miami, 1 o'clock. Now, bottom line, if the Patriots play like they did this past Sunday, they're going to whip the Dolphins. If they play like Tennessee, they could get their butts kicked. Which team shows up, that's going to be the challenge. It's December now. December football is here. So I expect the Patriots to win Sunday. But I still am scared about the Patriots going down to Miami. I remember those days when we went to Miami and we couldn't beat them. No matter how good we were, we just could not beat the Dolphins for some reason. Just couldn't do it. But it is December. This is the time of year when the Patriots get better. The team starts playing better. Everyone kind of knows what the job is, and everyone knows what they're supposed to do. Just do your job. But regardless, I do believe the Patriots will win Sunday. It's time to start playing playoff football. And, yeah, the last 2 weeks kind of get into that. But this game Sunday, this is playoff football. Go into a hostile environment, a tough environment, against a divisional rival. This is where it starts. This is where the toughness has to show. Okay, everybody, that's going to be the show today. And if you're listening on Spreaker, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, like and subscribe, Apple Podcast, please subscribe, rate, and review it. And now, in case anyone's wondering, we are now on iHeartRadio. So you can find the sports perspective on iHeartRadio now. Yay. And if you guys have any questions, comments, I want to give your perspective on what was discussed or any sports-related topic, you can get me on Facebook at Roy Brady, email sportsperspective17@gmail.com, Twitter, Roy Brady Jr., and as always, everyone be safe and have a good one.